take the 2 screws out of the front here, since the power supply is okay, and then peel off the 2 feet in the back there. And remove the screws. And there's a little clip for the power supply plug there. And it just slips right out of there. And be able to see the 2 wires there that go to the motor. I found one that was had a bad solder on the motor. Right there was one of the problems. So I took it and just resoldered. I didn't show soldering it, but I just resoldered that. Just added a little bit to it, and that was pretty simple. And then there's 4 screws to take the face off. Well, not that face piece, but the whole section. I'll show you here in a second. Right there, those 4 screws. You have to remove this to get to the actual switches on the pencil sharpener in the front. That's what the problem is. And you just pull that piece out. And you'll see the 2 screws in there for the faceplate. You need a really small, like a eyeglass screwdriver. And I just used a small flathead one. I got a kit or something like that for eyeglasses. You gotta kind of put it in there at an angle to get them out. And let's see how I got the plate off there. I'll show you the circuit for the switches. There's actually a switch for the pencil, and there's a switch for the actual empty tray. There's contacts. What you got to do is kind of clean them contacts off. Just straighten them out and make sure they're contacting good. Just maybe take a little bit of alcohol and clean the contacts off on those tips there. I'll show you a better view of it in a second with I'll put it under actual magnifying glass with a light, and I'll show you. I was just putting the switches back in the plastic pieces. And then you see how they operate is when you push the pencil in, the switch closes. But the other switch on the other side has to be contacted too, with the empty tray being plugged in. So let's see here in a second. cover back on it just for a second to try to make sure it was fitting back on right. There's a certain way that it goes back on. You have to watch when you put it on to make sure it holds the contacts right. Piece here. They're a little tricky when you get them out. What I did was actually, because one of the pins was bent, I actually was showing how it looked first, because it was bent from didn't have no spring action to it. So what I actually did was took out the one piece and straightened it. You see how the two on the left are nice and straight and the other one's real bent here on the right side. That's the tray one for the pencil shavings tray. It's a little tricky sometimes getting them things back into those slots. You have to make sure they're in there good, or else your lid won't close right, or your faceplate. See how I straightened it now? And in between two, when I had taken it apart, I took a little alcohol on a Q-tip and cleaned the contacts too. Also, if at first it starts out slow, just keep the pencil in it. If it is like revving, like going ring, just leave it in there for a minute or so, and it will eventually start up and start spinning. I think it was just some crap stuck in it, but that might have been the reason too, with some of the stuff being stuck in there. Might have actually done it. And it might have actually made that solder heat up on that motor that made it melt like that. So now it's working nice and moving easy. Now all you have to do is just put everything back together. Just the reverse, like taking it apart. Just make sure your clips are back in there real nice. Then I'll show you how to test it too, to make sure it's actually working again. Once you get it back together, you can use a continuity tester on the two terminals coming from the switch. And you set it on continuity and then put a pencil in it. You can see I put the screws back in there. Put the faceplate back on. It's just to give you, I just was a quick fix kind of thing, and I just thought it'd be cool just to see the inside of it too, even. And Then what you do is you just hook your continuity, you just set it to continuity, and hook to your black and red wire. You see I got it hooked up there to the red and black for the switch in front. And just put your tester on onto your continuity. Oh, that's battery. There you go, continuity. And you just put your pencil in there and take a small screwdriver, the little eyeglass screwdriver, and hold down the other switch, and you should hear a beep. It should be, working nice and smooth. Make sure you just hold the screwdriver flat in there because it's just a